What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments, man. And in this video, we got to talk about Bloom Energy. Because, we mentioned it a few times on this channel. We was waiting on a pullback, but they not giving no pullbacks yet. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to explain why it's going up, what the risks are. So, if you following this channel, you ain't just out there chasing and FOMOing in. You could at least know what's going on, and I can give you some of the information that you can add with other research to help you guys make a better decision on what you want to do. So, at the time of this recording, Bloom Energy is up 8.4% today. The last video I talked about, I think they were still in like the 140, like high 130 range, so they done already went up another $10, $11. Since we last talked about it. I think I talked about it a few videos before that too, so it's just been on the run. Wish we had caught this one at the bottom like we did Oklo. This one basically went on one of them Oklo style runs. This done went from like 18, 20 bucks all the way up to 150. And obviously that's going to cause a lot of people chasing, a lot of FOMO, a lot of people trying to get in because it's going up. But over here at Printer Gang Investments, we don't get in because it's going up. We get in because it's the real one. So I'm going to explain to you guys why it's going up, what's going on, and if you're interested in investing, what you should be looking at. So first and foremost, why is Bloom Energy going up? They're going up because they're tied in with AI power. They're tied in with that power grid. They're tied in with electricity. Data centers need electricity. Bloom Energy's right smack dab in the middle of that. As we see, crazy run. Did 7 times the money. Reminds me of Oklo. It reminds me of Palantir. With this run is 6 months instead of several years. But Wall Street's noticed what's going on. They're understanding Bloom Energy could be one of the key suppliers. Now, they don't have a crazy moat like a Palantir or Nvidia, but they do have some stickiness, so we're not going to discount them there. Now, the risk. There are 2 major risks with this stock, obviously, and I know this is going to be controversial because this is the quickest case the bears say, but you have to understand those cases as a bull as well. Valuation. And I understand why the stock just did 7 times the money in 6 months. I think the PE ratio up at like 1,600 or some retarded shit. So obviously the stock's priced to perfection. And this company gets a lot of deals. So the biggest risk with Bloom Energy is if they do not execute, this motherfucker gonna crash. This motherfucker gonna crash hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, they don't get those deals in. A partnership falls through. Like, earnings sorta, but I don't know how much Wall Street's looking at earnings, but really it's more so about these deals and this execution. If this company doesn't execute, they are through. You feel me? So as someone who invests in trade stocks and options, I would tell anybody, do not buy no options here. That is not the move. You have to wait till it pulls back. I don't know what to tell you. If you're day trading it, that's different because you can get in and out on the same day. And I'll give y'all some tips on that later on. But if you're trying to buy leaps, you're trying to buy 6-month calls, 12-month calls, if you're trying to do any of the stuff you saw me do with Palantir, that shit was for the people who bought it at $20. Like, once I came on this channel and Palantir was mooning, I had already made my money off the run from 20. But this is a very similar situation. The people who got in this one early, like we did with Palantir and Oklo, they are the ones reaping the benefits. So don't try to buy no call up here thinking you finna get 7 times the money. Now, do I think this stock could keep going? Yes. Do I think this stock could eventually do 10 more times the money over time? Yes. But that initial move, I feel like that initial move has been priced in. What was happening, it wasn't priced in. People realized the bull case, stock shot up 7 times the money. It's priced in now. It's just like Palantir. The only difference I would say is it's a lot more riskier. I would say you need to be ready for a 40% crash if you're buying this, a 50% crash if you're buying this. So what I would tell people, if I'm investing in this one, you have to dollar cost average. You have to dollar cost average if you want to start here at these highs at 150. Because the way the stock market works, and I'm not saying this going to happen, but they're not finna do nothing but knock this shit right back down to 100. Knock this shit back down to 120, 130, 140. They're going to knock it back down somewhere. And that's your opportunity to buy options. But not here. Not here. Now, we're looking at this chart. I'm going to show you guys. Put my agent on it. I put Pam, Chris, and another agent y'all don't know about on this one. So I'm going to show you what my agent's thinking about the stock, what levels we like, what levels we looking at, and hopefully you guys can make a better decision, man. So, all right, I put Pam and Chris on this guy, man. So Pam is saying the same thing I'm saying. Caution zone. We in premium as we speak. The whole 150 to 158, don't trust that shit. That shit dangerous. That shit risky. If it keeps going, I know it's gonna feel like you missed out and you should have bought here, but that's not the way the stock market works. We're in a position from a trading point of view that you would need to wait for it to run up even more and come back down to here just to buy at this level. That's the way these type of levels work. But as Pam's saying, optimal re-engagement zone 135 to 142. You know, she's saying we got bullish fair value gaps down there. You know what I'm saying? We broke structure down there. And the deep discount if panic zone, aka the zone we wish would happen, it probably won't, but if it happens and it's not because the company done fucked up and it's over with for the company, this is the load up zone at 118 through 125. Now for my boy Chris on the day trades, because like I said, if you actually wanted to trade Bloom Energy, the only way to actually do it would be a day trade right now, because I wouldn't advise buying large call positions at these highs here. So right now, even though they like the stock, they're looking for some sort of sell-off. Like, people want to see it sweep above 152, 155. That means break up above that area. Want to see it come down and give us a market structure shift, like a big old red candle type thing. When we see that and we retrace into that, that would be our entry for a short. They're saying we could ride this thing down from 152, 155, way back down to 140, 145. Now, the continuation long, just like I said before Pam said it, that's if we just break out right now, and then they basically need to pull back around here and give a market structure shift, entry on fair value gap. If you guys don't know what some of these terms mean, I'll do a more technical breakdown video for you guys, but that's where we're at. And these boys is on it. They're on reversal short, temporary, or continuation long. They don't even got no other trades. And my boy Dust says he's not even on the options right now. That's my options trader, like he said, because it's not a good place for options. So basically, we're looking at this 135, 142, 118, and 125 range if you're looking at Bloom Energy. I'm going to be doing more DD on this stock, other oil stocks, other energy stocks, so we can keep you guys up to date and we ain't got you guys buying the top and getting spanked out here, you know what I'm saying? So let's look at the chart and show the areas that they talking about. So they're saying this, we need 135 through 142. Let's see what we got here. 135 through 142. Okay, I want to look at this on a higher time frame. Let's look at this on a 4-hour. Look at this on a 4-hour. And as we can see, I see why they said that. We've got an order block between this 130 and this 137 range, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see it fall into there. Pam and I'm talking about 142. So right around this first fair value gap on the 4-hour. I see why she said 142 through 135, because as someone who trades, I hate to take this trade. Like, the first fair value gap, I'm not saying it don't work, but if any fair value gap is going to get disrespected, it's usually the first one. So I kind of try to avoid that. Let's look at the daily chart, you know what I'm saying, on this one. And what are they talking about? Where would 142 be? We got 142, same thing. So yeah, man, they're looking for a shallow pullback. Like they say, the ideal situation down here. We really want it to be down here, but you know, they might not ever give us that. Stock's on the run. Everybody knows why. So what I would advise people to do your research, wait, learn more about the company. Matter of fact, I give y'all some more updates on this company and some other companies. You know, I was gonna do a big video like this about a lot of the stocks we're talking about at once, but since this one's going crazy and subscribers have asked about it, I'll pop it off doing this stock personally and maybe do some other stock videos personally. But this is what I think on Bloom Energy so far. This is where we at with it. I'll do a deeper dive on the bull case and bear case in another video, but in this video it's just a quick, you know, let you know what's going on, let you know what levels I'm looking at and how I feel about the stock. The analysts, most of them got buys right now, so we could say that's either a good or a bad thing, because it's like, do the analysts really know what they're talking about on the low? But it's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.